Hi everyone, this is Sohaib Hassan live from Dubai with another live session for all of you. And today's topic is the economic condition of Gulf region, what opportunities are available, and what will be the future post COVID-19. And today I will be joined by one of my favorite people when it comes to investment in Gulf region, job opportunities in Gulf. You want to do business in Gulf, so these two people, they always shine in my mind and in my heart as well. So let me introduce my first guest for today's live broadcast. He is none other than Dr. Musa Shaikh. A big introduction. First, welcome Musa Bhai in the show. He is actually an investment advisor to royal families offices in the UAE. He's the group CEO, Berkeley Middle East Holding, merger and acquisition professional advisor on international expansion. Venture capitalist. He studied from the King's College, London. He actually is live right now from London, UK. He is also a member of professional bodies on knowledge blend of financial accounting and reporting and investment and legal and blah, 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 blah. He's like a bunch of everything almost. Welcome, Dr. Musa, in the show. How are you feeling and how's the excitement for today's show?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your lovely introduction. And I hope weather is good in Dubai.
Weather is a little bit warm, actually. It's
that's great. Yeah, I was enjoying a little rain and a nice cozy weather. You know, the British summer is always good to spend in UK.
Right.
So, and I'm very thankful for.
Are you missing Dubai?
Well, I have two legs. I always tell everyone that my one leg is in Middle East and one is in Britain. Okay. So, of course, so it's just a balance, which time I put which leg, which country. That's always a question for me as well. So I'm very thankful to you for this lovely introduction. And I'm looking forward to have a great session onwards.
Great. Thank you very much. I'll actually begin with Musa from you just to give us a recap from like a macro perspective. And I know you are very, very strong on this when it comes to the understanding things from a macro level. And then you dig deep more to the narrow side or exactly, go into the bones and discuss those things. So I give the stage to you. So please, enlighten us what is happening all around in the Gulf region.
Thank you very much. Always you increase my blood flow with your nice, lovely introductions and talks. I'm always obliged, of course. So, honestly, like I receive on my LinkedIn, my Facebook, and even the WhatsApp messages and the friends and family and fellows, lot of questions similar to this that you ask. And I feel this is a very appropriate way to communicate with people about. So, I can address to the masses at one time, because generally, we are stuck in so many projects and the time does not allow us to give a personalized advice on such matters. So related to the topic, I would like to divide my discussion into two portions. The first portion that I'm going to focus on is that is core me as investment advisor, as an analyst. I can definitely talk about COVID, post-COVID economic situation, how the country is going to look in 1 year, 2 year, down the year, 5 years.
Right.
Short term, long term, this is what I'm exactly going to discuss about. And of course, my huge expertise to work in Middle East for the long period of time, in American market and the British markets, and now I'm focusing on China markets also. So you're talking about $1 trillion markets. So how COVID has done to these markets in a short run and in a long run. This is my discussion for the first point. See, we can talk about the economic outlook, how it is, how last 3 months and next 4 months because we are right in August. So you're talking about a fiscal year. Generally, when we talk about economy, we talk about a year, fiscal year, accounting years, that you say that how we did in 2019, 2020, and onwards. So, and as an authentic observer, we always go to IMF, like International Monetary Fund figures that is published for the analysts to use, World Bank, and there are some other BIS, or every country has a central bank. They issue their figures that how things are going to move. Like, so the first thing that you see generally in a country is the GDP, gross domestic product. That is theoretically number of services produced, goods and services produced in a country in a particular year. So when we say that GDP is increasing, means that there is a lot of production, a lot of services are delivered, and so a lot of employment is coming. And if you're producing too much like China, so it means you are innovative, you are specialized, so you are cost effective. These kind of advantages flow with the increase in GDP.
Right.
So the first thing I see, it's like the single, like if I want to see how good you are doing, so I have to see your income. If your income, your lifestyle is better, so I'll say, yes, this boy is making his parents proud, because that's the way we gauge the activity. That what is your qualification, which car you have, where you
Right.
live, and how much disposable
Status,
income,
financial status.
etc. I don't say it's wrong. I mean, people say it another way, but I say this is the commercial success criteria. So when you're talking about economy is a prediction about economy in terms of China and America. These are two more important countries. You should always remember China and America. They determine the trade pattern of the global world. If they are growing, globe is growing. And if they are not growing, things will come slowly, slowly, slowly. So how we evident this logic is that you see that 2006 and 7 in America, there was a stress, financial stress, which went into, which started from a mortgage a crisis, and it split to Europe, Middle East, Far East. So we saw 3 years of the crisis in that particular area. This came from United States. So United States and China, if you want to really analyze how Middle East will grow, how Far East will grow, South Asia will grow, you need to keep your eye on the figures of United States and China. So if you see, I mean, every government is struggling with COVID-19. COVID-19 was a epidemic which convert into a pandemic, and pandemics are not evident. They don't come every day, every year, even not even every 10 years. They come after a long time, and this is our time that we are alive, and it came in our timing. So always it's a very unusual when we do time series analysis, when we see over the period trends. So 2020 will be always marked as an exceptional year for the comparison. We generally can compare apple with apple, mangoes with mangoes, but we can't compare apple with mango because they have two different propositions. So 2020 is totally not comparable with anyone. It is a COVID era, and next 4 months, as per IMF, as per other, they are in downturn in total. But very interesting is there are still countries, they are growing, and they have done a great job, like Gulf countries. If you see United Arab Emirates, the way they run the campaign for hygiene cleaning, then the testing, then handling. Yesterday, there was a concert in Sonu Nigam. If you listen the songs, Sonu Nigam is a big name. In Dubai, there was a concert, and so life is back to normal. Our staff, other companies, they are coming back to normal. I mean, meeting face to face and activity, hotels, restaurants. They are there is you see no COVID. You see that everything is so amazing. So such a good country, such a good leadership, such a good uh, you can say management is very less evident in other countries. So first, and my own analysis says that UAE is going to lead the Middle East and the rest of the world in next 10 years with the innovation, with the newness, with development, and with infrastructure, and with it's all about leadership and delivering to your citizen and your residents. So in terms of UAE, country is beautiful. They are welcoming. Visas are open. Flights are bringing everyone back to the country. So UAE is really doing good job. And if you sit, because I am from this field, so when I sit with the tax consultants who are filing the tax returns, tax return is you can't hide. We say that you can't hide anything from a lawyer and from a doctor, and same like a tax lawyer or tax consultant. They know what is your sale, what is your purchase, what is the expenses. So in terms of country, of course, there is no much impact. I think people are growing. Some new businesses has come in last 20 days. I know personally people, they are starting new businesses, and I know a lot of people who got new jobs as well, and you might know them as and so this is how the country is moving. This is one of the best countries to work in terms of salary. Salaries are good. There is no tax on income tax, so this makes people migrate from America, Canada, UK, because you can go in a tax in these countries up to 40%. So a big salary comes into a smaller pocket because after the tax you left nothing with. So that's why this is going to be very good. And so what sectors are growing, you should know that the health sector has grown tremendously, and online business is growing tremendously. People are this is very important to discuss, that this COVID taught a lot of lessons to this region, which is you can say except US and
Right.
Europe, because the when I say Europe, UK is included, of course. So Europe and American region, they were already online. In a way, for example, in Washington, D.C., where, I mean, if you stay in America, you'll see the snow come 5 days, 4 days. You can't go outside. You are packed in home. There are power cuts and there are other things. So they're already having an online education. I mean,
Mhm.
if you can't go, you have already online. In UK, it's very trendy. If I'm a manager, I don't want to go 5 days my office. I can work. I'm allowed to work 3 days from home. So they were already because of the weather conditions and these situations. But this concept in Gulf area, in Far East, Middle rest of the world, I can say. Australia, I don't have much exposure, so I can't comment. But other countries, I have seen myself. So there is changing that work from home, online work. So you have to decide that which person can work from home, which want a customer direct dealing, or a engineering department or a production department. They are quite inclined to work on the front end, and there is a back end, and back end can be anywhere. You know that we all know that India is doing a great job in terms of back office. So they are really all the back offices starting from United States, from Europe. They are in India and they are really good at. So some companies might be thinking, and it's in my knowledge that some has already thinking about moving their back operations back to India. So there are always, and this has opportunities for other countries who were never focused like for example Sri Lanka, Bhutan, say Maldives or say Pakistan. These countries, they should build up good infrastructure for back office operations, reliability, credibility, and you can say the good business model in terms of outsourcing. So that's what is the growing business of the world. So online shopping has increased in Gulf and other areas as well. That's why if you see Amazon, they enjoy trillion. Now they enter in a trillion club. So this club is so online business. And if you see, again, I will tell you the smartness of UAE government and officials. They are focused. I saw at all the free zones and the mainland ED, they are working on e-commerce license. So they know that people will now focus on selling online. So e-commerce licensing are coming with a nice good visa and packages. So the beauty of this country is they are smart, they are good. This is a great society where, see, you saw in India and Pakistan, we have a tension always. So, but in Dubai, we live in nice, player, peace, my own right and left people. They proud on me, I proud on them because we are a integrated society, and there is a tolerance. I think this is one of the only exclusive country who has Ministry of Tolerance, and they invite everyone. They made a good society to live together. So, I mean, I can speak hours and hours if I tell you how smart innovation. You don't need to go to any public office. I mean, everything is in the mobile. I want to apply my visa, your employee visas, travel anywhere. I don't need to go. I want to pay my utility bill. I don't need to go anywhere. And all is easy. In business, we say if in a country ease of business is there, the business will come to you. You don't need to do anything because if I go to a country, for example, if I go to Pakistan, I want to start a business. Why a lot of people, even they are overseas Pakistanis, they are unable to start the business in Pakistan because in Dubai, I can go online, I can make a company, I can take an office online, I can pay by credit card, everything is fine. But if I want to make a company in Pakistan, honestly, I don't know that is there is an online service, is there an online everything, can we have what we need, what is that? So I think they need also strong marketing for this. So my answer to my first part, I told you like this is my topic. I can speak a lot about it, but time is quite constrained. So I will not go much deep in economy. The main focus is, of course, the Gulf area. Saudi Arabia is growing tremendously. I'm telling you, based on figures, the business in Saudi Arabia is grown a lot. So, especially like sectors, because some countries they were never being dependent on only tourism, like so they have a natural population. So this also I need to highlight this, how you see the economic effect on a country. You have to see the population. If you're talking about a larger population, for example, Pakistan 220 million people, say India billion people, China billion people. So these people, they have a local demand, like they need food, they need tissues, they need schools, they need hospitals, they need everything. So there is a local demand which is somehow is a tremendous demand. Like if I calculate the GDP of China, India, say Bangladesh, Pakistan, America, the natural population is too high that the gross domestic product, number of goods and services produced in a country, for natives, they will remain same, right? So that's why the basic demand will not affect at all. When you say economic, so you're talking about those sectors which are non-native and more based on a uh, investment ideology of the certain group of people or the countries. So in terms, every economy is going to be set. There is no such problem. If you see
Mhm.
there are two type of researcher. Even there could be two type of people. One you sit with, they will say, oh, we are in trouble, everything has lost. Oh, what happened? You saw BBC, CNN, what's going on? This, right? The other kind of people, same news, they will read and they will analyze and they will take a positivity from it. They will see, yes, now it is a situation, how to turn around the table. So you need to have people who can turn around a negative emotion into a positive emotion. So, what I always believe is the world is sustained because of positive people. If you have more positive people who think good about, and for example, if there is an employee unable to get a job, so he should not blame anyone, he should blame himself. He should feel that he has something missing in himself. It may be an education, it may be a computer skill, it can be a interpersonal communicational skills that can push him when he go in a crowd of people where there is a lack of, where there is a competition, right? Because in your own country you look like same, so there is nothing that you can easily, but in a global economy like UAE, we all know that UAE is the most global, because going to America, you need to process yourself from stringent visa requirements. So not everyone can go to America or Europe. So the Middle Eastern countries are they really nice and they can absorb any nationality. So I saw those country people also, which I never know, when they came into when the country was actually born. So that's how we should also take the positivity. So my positive message for the audience who are really looking for a job in UAE or the Gulf area, uh, Gulf is gold. It's always amazing. They have an actual economy, and you should know that even um, couple of years before, I mean, they have, if you break your GDP, it has sectors, right? So people think that when it comes to UAE, so it's oil only. No, oil is 30% of the GDP, approx. We can see the exact figures, but I was in a presentation in 2015. So I was being conveyed this, that it is um, 30% of the whole GDP. So your rest is other sectors. And you saw that there is educational sectors, there are best universities, best school, best hospitals, infrastructure is really growing. And the most successful train, you saw this metro train. It has recovered their investments and now they are in profits. So such beautiful um, projects. And then if you see the GDP of the country, and if you see the airport, the most busiest airport in the world. I mean, it brings everyone, and Emirates airline is the iconic, and you don't become economic iconic just like, you have a strategy, you have a system, you have a leadership, you know how to invest, where to invest, and how to get the best. And very important point is, if you want to be best, always don't think you are the best. No, always work in a team. So why UAE is beautiful, that Americans, Canadians, Europeans, British, Pakistani, Indians, they all united and they bring great value from their own mindset. We have different mindset, human minds are different, but when you club them, they bring a globally recognized place like UAE. So if anyone wants to grow as a country, they should have expert consultants who are from different countries, so they can add the value in terms of their own backgrounds, education. And this is how, what we call brain drain. Brain drain is the same. The best brains go out of those countries who are not giving them a better social security structure, peace, stability, education, and experience. So they immediately go to America, Europe, and they add value in their countries, right? So and Canada is, of course, the land of immigrants. You know, they are all immigrants. So in America, I mean, if you see, this is also a land of after 18, when they make, everyone migrated there, mainly from Europe and other places. So that's how we need to see the economy. Economy is not, oh, this is good, this is bad. This is a very layman and general approach. When you see a news, when you see any information, you should analyze that what is right and what is wrong. So, in terms of Gulf countries, they are really good and they are doing the best management. And if you can attend a concert of Sonu Nigam, you know, and what else you want? I mean, in other countries, you see what was the situation, you know. So this is okay for the economic outlook. Maybe we can have another session sometime only on this topic. So I need at least an hour or so only to talk about the economic indicators, because economy is a big word. You're not talking about one sector and two sectors.